Bread. It's one of the most essential foods on the planet. From simple morning toast to gourmet sandwiches, it's everywhere. But have you ever stopped to think about how a loaf of bread is made? The process is more complex, precise, and incredible than you might expect. In just a few hours, raw ingredients transform into millions of fluffy golden loaves, ready to be delivered to stores and homes around the world. Today, we're taking you behind the scenes into one of the largest bread factories on the planet. From the first grains of wheat to the final sliced loaf, we'll uncover every step of this high-tech, high-speed process. And hey, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe. If you love discovering how everyday things are made, this channel is packed with incredible stories you won't want to miss. All right, let's get started. Bread isn't just food, it's history, it's culture, it's survival. More than 10,000 years ago, early humans crushed grains, mixed them with water, and baked the first primitive flatbreads on hot stones. But it was the ancient Egyptians, over 4,000 years ago, who discovered the magic of yeast. By letting dough rest before baking, they created the first leavened bread, changing history forever. Fast forward to the 19th century, and the Industrial Revolution transformed bread making. Machines like mechanical dough mixers and steam-powered ovens revolutionized the industry. Then, in 1928, the world was introduced to sliced bread, making it easier and more convenient than ever before. And today, bread production has become a high-tech marvel, combining precision, efficiency, and scale like never before. Now, let's step inside a state-of-the-art bread factory, where cutting-edge machines transform raw ingredients into millions of loaves, ready for breakfast tables around the world. Everything begins with flour, the heart of every loaf. It starts as wheat, grown in vast fields and harvested at peak ripeness. At the mill, the wheat is cleaned, soaked, and ground into fine flour using massive steel rollers. This flour is then transported to the factory in tanker trucks, where it's stored in giant silos, waiting for its turn in the production line. But flour isn't the only star of the show. Every great loaf also needs yeast, water, salt, sugar, and a few other key ingredients, all measured with absolute precision. In some breads, oil or vinegar is added for texture and flavor, while small amounts of preservatives help extend freshness. Inside the factory, these ingredients travel through a network of pipes and conveyor belts heading toward giant industrial mixers, some large enough to handle 2,000 pounds of dough at once. The mixing process is crucial. The dough must be kneaded to perfection, just the right balance of elasticity and softness. This process also traps tiny air pockets, setting the foundation for that light, airy texture we love. By the way, if you're enjoying this behind-the-scenes look at bread making, hit that subscribe button. We've got more fascinating videos just like this one. Now comes one of the most important and magical steps: fermentation. Yeast, the tiny living organism inside the dough, starts to work. It feeds on the natural sugars in the flour, producing carbon dioxide gas. This gas gets trapped inside the dough, causing it to expand and rise. Some breads take just 50 minutes to ferment, while others, like sourdough, can take up to 48 hours. The longer the fermentation, the deeper the flavor. Temperature and humidity are carefully controlled during this stage. If the dough gets too warm, the yeast works too fast, and the bread loses structure. Too cold? The yeast slows down, and the dough doesn't rise properly. By the time fermentation is complete, the dough has nearly doubled in size, packed with tiny air pockets that will give the final loaf its signature light and fluffy texture. But before it can head into the oven, it needs one more step: shaping. Before the dough can be baked, it needs to take its final form. Machines divide the dough into equal portions, ensuring each loaf is the exact same size. Then, the dough enters the shaping process. For sandwich loaves, the dough is stretched, folded, and rolled into a compact shape before being placed into rectangular molds. For artisan breads, a more delicate touch is needed. Some are carefully hand-shaped to create unique textures and crust patterns. But shaping isn't just about looks, it's about structure. Proper shaping ensures the right texture, making every bite soft and airy on the inside while maintaining a strong outer crust. Now, the dough is placed in molds and given a final rise, also known as proofing. Once ready, it heads straight into the ovens. This is where everything comes together. The loaves enter a massive high-tech oven where temperatures reach up to 475 degrees Fahrenheit, 245 degrees Celsius. Ever wondered why bread turns golden brown? That's thanks to the Maillard reaction, a natural chemical process that enhances both the color and the flavor. Inside the oven, the dough expands, the crust forms, and in just 20 minutes the transformation is complete. Once baked, the bread moves to a cooling system where it rests for up to 2 hours. Why? Because slicing a hot loaf would crush its delicate interior. Cooling allows the structure to set, ensuring every slice is perfect. And just like that, the dough has become bread, warm, golden, and ready for the next step. But there's still more to the journey. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the world of bread making, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more fascinating behind-the-scenes content coming your way. Now comes the finishing touch. Slicing giant blades, 6 feet wide, cut each loaf into perfectly even slices at a speed of 65 loaves per minute. The freshly sliced bread is then packed into sealed bags, protecting its freshness before being shipped to stores around the world. From start to finish, the entire journey, from mixing the dough to sealing the package, takes just 5.5 hours. And just like that, another batch of delicious, fluffy loaves is ready to be enjoyed. Ever wonder why bread bags use those small tags? They're designed to lock in freshness while allowing air circulation, keeping the bread soft for days. But here's something you might not know. Many factories color-code their bread tags to indicate the day the bread was baked. This helps store employees rotate stock efficiently, ensuring you always get the freshest loaf on the shelf. Once sealed, the packaged loaves are stacked onto trays and loaded onto temperature-controlled trucks, ready to be shipped to grocery stores and bakeries. Within hours, they'll be on store shelves waiting for you to take them home. And just like that, from farm to factory to your kitchen, another batch of fresh, delicious bread is ready to be enjoyed. But bread making isn't just about tradition, it's about innovation. Many modern bakeries are now adopting sustainable practices, using locally sourced wheat, energy-efficient ovens, and even biodegradable packaging to reduce environmental impact. Some factories recycle waste products or use excess heat from the ovens to power other parts of the facility. Every loaf we eat carries with it thousands of years of history, blended with cutting-edge technology. It's a perfect mix of past, present, and future, brought together in something as simple as a slice of bread. And that's the incredible journey of bread, from fields of wheat to your breakfast table. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We've got plenty more amazing stories coming your way, so stay tuned for our next adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep enjoying the simple joys, like a warm, fresh,
Mustard is a widely consumed condiment globally, ranking third after salt and pepper. Although mustard seeds are small in size, they hold incredible potential, playing a key role in creating mustard's signature flavor. When the seeds are crushed, they release two compounds called marinate and myon, which are responsible for the distinctive sharp taste. This unique flavor makes mustard a staple condiment for many foods such as sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers, and especially salad dressings. Condensed milk, with its luscious sweetness and creamy texture, has become a staple in kitchens worldwide, elevating desserts to irresistible heights. But what makes this ingredient so special, and how did it come into existence? sausages. Just the mention of them might make your taste buds tingle. These savory treats have captured the hearts and appetites of people all over the world. Whether grilled to perfection, fried to a golden crisp, or nestled in a soft, warm bun, sausages have become a universal symbol of comfort food. But have you ever wondered about the journey these humble delicacies take before they reach your plate? Today, we'll take you on an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of a sausage processing plant where simple ingredients transform into a global delicacy loved by millions. But before we begin, don't forget to hit subscribe to our channel. If you're curious about the craftsmanship, science, and passion behind your favorite foods, you won't want to miss out on the fascinating stories we share.